Got this from Kim Crook, my friend down in Albuquerque again, because Albuquerque's his hotbed of laser treatment right now, I guess. And he got interested in it, so he said, I had an interesting phone call or phone visit with Millennium people. If you recall the newspaper article I sent mentioning how the cost of laying-nets range from $400 to $1,200 per quadrant. That's the one, the Gallagher guy that I showed you. That's the newspaper article he sent me. He says, so Kim calls Millennium and asked him how they recommend the coating to command this type of reimbursement. The lady shared how scaling and replaning was only a band-aid, and to code the procedure as a 4260 osseous surgery. Most lay-nets would command approximately $5,500 per case. That's fraud. That's advocating fraud. Now, because he got that over the telephone, and of course he didn't record it, they can deny it. But I'm telling you what a friend that I trust and have known for 30 years told me. And he's got no reason to lie about it. It's a money-making machine, guys. It's a money-making machine. Doesn't do shit for your periodontitis, though. There's a whole lot of stuff going around out there that I don't understand. I'm just stupid. There's a whole lot of stuff going around out there that I don't understand. I'm just stupid. So we're going to end this with some interesting stuff here. This is kind of lighthearted. Magic bullet. You know, periodontics has gone through this time and time and time again. Started out way back when an astringent called Buck's solution. It was sold in carnivals. You got pyorrhea, my friend, swish with this. It'll take care of your problems. It was an astringent. It had phenol in it and some kind of a petroleum-based stuff that I remember one time a friend of mine had those little hair lice, and the dermatologist gave him this shampoo that smelled like creosote. That's what it had in it. Buck's solution had some creosote in it. And then there was Red Magic. And Red Magic was going to cure aphthous, herpetic lesions, gingivitis, periodontitis, trench mouth. I remember this one. It was sold for a long time across the counter in the Midwest. And then some guy up in Omaha, Nebraska came up with the idea of injecting Di-Cal down into pockets, letting it set up, and then when he stripped it out, it took all the epithelium out with it. Did a curettage. Very effective curettage, by the way. That came and went. Then there was the Kai's technique, the baking soda, the hydrogen peroxide, and the chloramine tea. Swimming pool water, basically. And that kind of came and went. You know, people started getting periodontal abscesses because they were getting rid of most of the problem in the upper half of the pocket, but they weren't getting to the base of the pocket. The tissue got healthy and tightened up around the neck of the tooth and blew out an abscess. So that kind of started disappearing. Then OxyFresh hit the market. OxyFresh is still sold. It's sold on pyramid scheme, sales scheme, and it's basically chloramine tea. It's a chlorinated water. And like all oral rinses, it doesn't treat periodontitis. It does clear up your breath. It does do that. And if you irrigate with it, it'll help. Because, you know, it's got chlorine in it. And chlorine is kind of like having sodium hypochlorite. In fact, Jorgen Slotz down at UCLA says that if you take a teaspoon of bleach without additives, put it in a liter of water and rinse with it, you got chloramine tea, and it's a good way to disinfect the mouth. I tried it out of curiosity, and I couldn't stand the taste. I almost gagged on it. And then Viadent came along, that's sanguinarian, and that created all kinds of hyperkeratotic lesions in the mouth, and so that disappeared. And then old Sunder Bashkar still running around telling people to take petroleum jelly and mix up a 250 milligram capsule of tetracycline in it and put that down in the pocket. That's just as good as arrestin. Maybe, I don't know, but it also causes microspherulosis because the body doesn't dissolve petroleum jelly. So you take care of one problem and create another one. Microspherulosis usually ends up in a microscope as a biopsy. And then the Perio-Protect method. Is that hit out here yet? Anybody ever heard of it? You will. Believe me, you will. Lasers, I don't know about. I've told you everything I know about lasers. But there's these guys, the Diamond Age Systems, Centers for Dental Medicine. It's a chain dental spa type system. And this is their protocol. They laser decontaminate at every visit, and they charge you double the price for a prophy. Scale and replane followed by laser ablation. Decontamination. Irrigation with Closest 2 and Hydrofloss for 1 year. Brushing daily of Closest 2 toothpaste. Pharmidin periotherapy and osteotherapy for 2 months followed by perio care for 10 months. You know what that is? Vitamin supplements that only they sell.